When the power goes out at -10 degrees Fahrenheit and your car breaks down on a deserted highway, would you know how to survive without a single match or lighter? This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's a reality that thousands of people face every winter, and many don't make it through because they lack the knowledge you're about to learn. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the science-backed methods that could save your life in extreme cold, whether you're stuck at home during a blackout, stranded in your vehicle, or lost in the wilderness. These aren't just survival tips, they're proven strategies that work when traditional heating fails and every minute counts. Welcome to Prep Pantry, where we turn everyday knowledge into life-saving skills. If you're ready to master cold weather survival, hit that like button and subscribe for more essential preparedness content that could one day save your life. Your body is constantly fighting a war against the cold, and right now it's probably losing without you even knowing it. Every second, heat is being stolen from you through 3 silent killers, and understanding these is the difference between life and death in extreme conditions. The first thief is conduction. This happens the moment your body touches any cold surface. Sit on an icy car seat or lie directly on frozen ground, and your body heat will drain away faster than water through a broken dam. The cold surface literally pulls the warmth right out of you through direct contact. This is why experienced survivalists never, ever sit or lie directly on cold surfaces without a barrier. The second killer is convection, and this one's sneaky. It's not just about howling blizzard winds. Even a gentle breeze or a small draft from a cracked window can strip away your body heat. Moving air carries your warmth away from your skin, and in extreme cold, this can mean the difference between staying conscious and slipping into hypothermia. The third and most overlooked threat is radiation. Your body naturally emits heat like a walking furnace, but that precious warmth radiates out into the environment unless you trap it. This is why emergency blankets have that shiny metallic surface. They reflect up to 90% of your radiated body heat back to you instead of letting it escape into the cold air. Understanding these 3 mechanisms isn't just academic, it's your survival roadmap. Every technique we're about to cover works by blocking one or more of these heat thieves. Your body is an incredible heat-generating machine, but like any engine, it needs the right fuel and conditions to keep running. Most people don't realize that staying warm isn't just about bundling up. It's about keeping your internal furnace stoked and running efficiently. Food is your body's fuel for heat production. High-calorie foods like peanut butter, nuts, and chocolate aren't just comfort foods in survival situations, they're literal lifesavers. Your body burns calories to generate heat, and when you're fighting extreme cold, you need premium fuel to keep that internal fire burning. Hydration is equally critical, and this surprises most people. Dehydration makes it nearly impossible for your body to regulate temperature effectively. Your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, and your body's ability to distribute heat to your extremities fails. Drink warm liquids when possible, but even room temperature water is better than becoming dehydrated. Now here's something that could save your life. Your brain is your most powerful survival tool. Panic burns energy and leads to deadly mistakes. A calm, focused mind helps you make efficient use of every resource available. In survival situations, your ability to think clearly and stay organized often matters more than any piece of gear you might have. There are universal principles that work whether you're at home, in a car, or in the wilderness. Layering is your foundation. Multiple thin layers create insulating air pockets that trap warmth far more effectively than one thick layer. Start with a moisture-wicking base layer, add an insulating middle layer, and finish with a wind-resistant outer layer. Movement is a double-edged sword in extreme cold. Gentle activity like stretching or subtle exercises helps circulate blood and generates heat, but you must avoid sweating at all costs. Moisture in your clothes accelerates heat loss through evaporation, turning your clothing into a refrigeration system against your skin. Move just enough to stay warm, but never enough to break a sweat. Mental resilience isn't just helpful, it's essential. In extreme cold, your ability to stay calm and make smart decisions directly impacts your survival. Focus on what you can control, work systematically through your options, and remember that every small action to conserve heat adds up to staying alive. When the power goes out and your home starts feeling like an icebox, you still have significant advantages over outdoor survival. You have walls, a roof, and hopefully some supplies, but you need to be strategic about how you use these resources. The first rule is to choose the smallest room available, a bathroom, walk-in closet, or tiny bedroom. Physics works in your favor here. Smaller spaces are much easier to warm with your body heat alone. Once you've selected your survival room, it's time to seal it like a submarine. Use towels, blankets, or any fabric to block drafts around doors and windows. Even the smallest gap can create a devastating draft that strips away your warmth. Here's a professional trick. If you have bubble wrap, tape it to your windows with the bubbles facing the room. This creates an insulating air barrier that can make a dramatic difference in heat retention. Hang heavy blankets or comforters over windows and cold walls to create additional insulation layers. Inside your sealed room, create what survivalists call a warm cocoon. Bring in every mattress, cushion, and blanket you can find. If you have a small tent, set it up inside the room for an extra insulation layer. This might seem excessive, but you're creating multiple barriers between your body and the cold environment. Your clothing strategy indoors should be just as serious as if you were outside. Layer up with thermal underwear, insulating middle layers, and loose outer layers. Pay special attention to your head, hands, and feet. Wear thick socks, warm hats, and wrap scarves around your neck. You might look ridiculous, but you'll be warm and alive. If you have access to your stove or can safely use appliances, you can create makeshift heat sources. Heat water and pour it into bottles, then wrap these bottles in towels for portable radiators. A sock filled with dry rice or beans can be heated in the microwave for a quick heat pack that lasts for hours. Even brief bursts of warmth can boost morale and help maintain your core temperature. At night, use reflective emergency blankets strategically. Tape them to walls or hang them from the ceiling with a shiny side facing into your room. This reflects your radiated body heat back toward you instead of letting it escape through walls and ceilings. It might look like you're living in a space station, but it's incredibly effective. When you're stranded in your vehicle during extreme cold, your car can either be a lifesaver or a death trap, depending on how you manage it. The key is transforming your vehicle into an effective shelter while avoiding deadly mistakes. Start by sealing your environment. Use floor mats, spare clothing, blankets, or towels to insulate windows. If you have duct tape, use it to secure these materials. Flip your sun visor so the reflective side faces inward. This bounces your body heat back into the cabin. Stuff gaps around doors with socks, rags, newspapers, or plastic bags to stop drafts. Car seats and floors are heat-draining surfaces that will suck warmth from your body through conduction. Place jackets, extra clothes, or seat cushions between you and the seat. Cover the floor with newspapers, bubble wrap, or any insulating material you have. Remember, any barrier between you and cold metal or plastic helps preserve your body heat. Running your engine for heat is extremely dangerous and should only be done as a last resort. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills silently, especially if snow blocks your exhaust pipe. If you absolutely must run the engine, do it in very short bursts, crack a window for ventilation, and constantly check that your exhaust pipe is clear. However, cracking that window also lets in deadly cold air, creating a dangerous balancing act. Chemical hand warmers are gold in vehicle survival situations. Activate them and place them inside your socks, gloves, or under your armpits where major blood vessels are close to the skin. If you have a thermos with warm liquid, sip it slowly to maintain internal warmth. If your engine is still warm from recent driving, you can carefully fill the water bottle with warm water for extra heat, but be extremely cautious with hot surfaces. Keep moving, but carefully. Flex your toes, rotate your ankles, and stretch your arms to keep blood flowing. Shivering is actually your body generating heat, but if you stop shivering and still feel cold, this is a dangerous warning sign of hypothermia. Stay awake and alert. Falling asleep in extreme cold without proper insulation can be fatal. If the sun is shining, position your car to capture solar energy. Even in winter, sunlight through windows can provide meaningful warmth. Once the sun sets, cover those same windows to trap whatever heat you gain during the day. Being stranded outdoors without fire is the ultimate test of your survival knowledge. Everything depends on your ability to use natural materials and basic physics to stay alive. Your first priority is ground insulation. Cold earth or snow will drain your body heat faster than almost anything. You need at least 6 inches of dry material between you and the ground. Gather dry leaves, pine needles, moss, or grasses, and create a thick mattress. If you have a tarp or poncho, place it underneath this natural insulation to block moisture from below. Wind protection can mean the difference between life and death. Build a lean-to shelter using fallen branches, or use logs and rocks as windbreaks. If you're in snow, you can actually dig a cave or trench shelter. Snow is an excellent insulator when you stay dry dry and ensure you have ventilation to prevent carbon dioxide buildup. Look for natural heat sources that most people overlook. Rocks that have been in direct sunlight all day retain heat for hours after sunset. Test them carefully with the back of your hand. If they're warm to the touch, place them near your body. Decomposing organic matter generates mild heat, though avoid anything that smells foul or appears hazardous. Transform your clothing into better insulation by stuffing it with natural materials. Fill your jacket and pants with dry leaves or grass, then tie off the sleeves and pant legs to keep the insulation in place. Plastic bags can serve as vapor barriers over your socks or as makeshift hoods, but never cover your mouth or nose with plastic. Your body position matters enormously. Curl up in a fetal position to minimize surface area exposed to cold. If you're with someone else, share a sleeping bag or lie back to combine your body heat. Cup your hands over your mouth and breathe into them, or breathe into your jacket collar to recycle warm air around your face and chest. Movement in wilderness survival requires careful balance. Gentle exercises like squats, lunges, or brisk walking can generate heat, but stop immediately if you start to sweat. Wet clothing in extreme cold accelerates hypothermia and can kill you. Move just enough to stimulate circulation, but never enough to create moisture.
Your mental state becomes critical in wilderness survival. Stay positive and focused by setting small, achievable goals. Gather more insulation, improve your shelter, organize your supplies. Distract yourself from the cold by planning your next moves or thinking through problems systematically. Mental resilience helps you make smart decisions and actually helps your body conserve heat more efficiently. The best way to survive extreme cold is preparation before you need it. Having the right supplies and knowledge beforehand transforms a potential disaster into a manageable situation. For your home emergency kit, stock Mylar space blankets that reflect up to 90% of body heat back to you. Chemical hand and foot warmers provide instant portable heat that lasts for hours. Keep rolls of duct tape for sealing drafts, patching clothing, or securing plastic sheeting over windows. Bubble wrap isn't just for packages, it's excellent window insulation. Store thick blankets, extra batteries, battery-powered radios, flashlights, first aid supplies, shelf-stable, high-calorie foods, several gallons of water, and any necessary medications. Your vehicle kit should include a winter survival shovel and kitty litter or sand for traction if you get stuck. Pack extra blankets, jackets, globes, and hats specifically for your car. Keep high-energy snacks and water that won't freeze. Include flashlights, road flares or reflectors, and a portable phone charger or jump starter battery. Mylar blankets take up almost no space but could save your life. For outdoor adventures in cold weather, invest in reliable cold weather clothing and sleeping bags rated well below the temperatures you expect to encounter. Carry tarps that can serve multiple purposes: ground cover, shelter, or signaling. Consider personal locator beacons for true emergencies. Most importantly, practice shelter building and insulation techniques before you need them. Beyond gear, develop advanced heat conservation skills. Learn to improvise insulation using whatever materials are available. Understand how to capture and retain solar energy during the day. Practice emergency signaling techniques that don't waste precious energy. The more skills you have, the less dependent you are on specific equipment. Master the art of layering with different materials. Wool retains warmth even when wet, synthetic materials dry quickly, and down provides exceptional insulation when dry. Know how to modify clothing for extreme conditions. Stuff materials into sleeves and pants. Create vapor barriers and adapt everyday items for survival use. Learn to read your environment for heat sources and opportunities. South-facing slopes get more sun, dense forests block wind, and certain terrain features can provide natural windbreaks. Understanding your environment helps you make smart decisions about where to shelter and how to position yourself. Mental preparation is just as important as physical preparation. Visualize yourself successfully handling emergency situations. Practice staying calm under stress through meditation or breathing exercises. Develop problem-solving skills and learn to think systematically under pressure. Your mental state directly affects your physical survival. Create and practice family emergency plans. Everyone in your household should know where emergency supplies are stored, how to seal a room for warmth, and basic heat conservation techniques. Assign roles and responsibilities so everyone knows what to do if power goes out during extreme weather. Test your knowledge and equipment before you need it. Practice setting up emergency shelters in your backyard. Try spending a night using only your emergency supplies. Test how long your various heat sources last and how effective your insulation techniques really are. Stay informed about weather forecasts and have multiple ways to receive emergency information. Battery-powered radios, weather alert radios, and backup power for your phone ensure you'll know what's coming and can prepare accordingly. Remember, preparation isn't about becoming paranoid, it's about becoming confident. When you have the knowledge, skills, and supplies to handle extreme cold, you can face winter weather with calm assurance instead of fear. Fire isn't your only option for staying warm, and now you have the knowledge to prove it. Your body is an incredible heat source, and with the right techniques, you can trap and multiply that warmth using everything from household items to natural materials. Whether you're dealing with a house blackout, vehicle breakdown, or wilderness emergency, the principles remain the same. Block conduction by insulating from cold surfaces, stop convection by sealing out moving air, and prevent radiation loss by reflecting heat back to your body. The techniques you've learned today aren't just theoretical, they're proven methods that have saved lives in real emergencies. Practice them, prepare your emergency kits, and share this knowledge with people you care about. Winter's challenges are serious, but with preparation, knowledge, and the right mindset, you can face them confidently. Remember to hit that like button if this video helped you, subscribe to Prep Pantry for more life-saving content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss critical preparedness information. Stay warm, stay prepared, and remember, knowledge is your most powerful survival tool. Until next time, keep building those essential skills that could one day save your life.